Gradient intercept form of an equation. We've looked at this a number of times. In the end, I hope you get so used to it, you just know it. Gradient, the equation of a straight line is y equals mx plus b, where m is your gradient, the slope, the rise over the run, and b is the y-intercept, where it cuts the y-axis. Let's actually look at a few examples that I have here for us, and just quickly work them through. Once you know this form of an equation, it actually makes it really easy to get it out. So, question number one here, pretty straightforward. Find the gradient and y-intercept of this equation. Now, it might look a bit more complicated because of the way I've written it, but it's still pretty straightforward. The distinction you might notice is it doesn't say mx plus b, but I'm hoping you're clear enough now to be able to work out that m is the number in front of the x. I could reorder this, for example, minus 5x plus 3. What that gives me then is, there is my m and there is my b. The gradient, in this case m equals minus 5. The y-intercept, or b, is equal to 3, positive 3. Question 2 goes from the other direction. Write an equation of a line that has a gradient of minus 4 and a y-intercept of minus 5. So this time, we know that m is equal to minus 4 and b is equal to minus 5. All I need to do is substitute. Y equals mx plus b. m minus 4x plus b, but it's minus 5, so I can just write it as minus 5. There's my equation. Those two, very straightforward. So what about our third one? Our third one is the slightly more complicated, a little bit more to it, but just work through each step. Graph the equation by first finding the gradient and y-intercept. Now, I want you to notice, gradient. That's our rise over our run. So, in this case, m is equal to rise over run, or 3 over 4. That means I go up 3, I go across 4. But my y-intercept, b, is equal to minus 2. So I label my graph accurately. I draw all my numbers. Again, I draw my numbers for the x-axis. And I'll see how I go with just those numbers. I may need to expand slightly. The first thing I can quickly tell is my y-intercept, which is down here at 0 minus 2. It then says I rise 3 and I run along 4. So if I go up 3, 1, 2, 3, that gets me to there. But then if I go along 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, I actually end up here. Alright, I need another number to be super clear. So I draw that on there. I then take my ruler. It's essential that you have a ruler in iron. And I line up accurately with my 2 dots, as accurately as I can, because I want this to be an accurate diagram. I draw my line to the extent of my graph. I put my arrows on the end of my line, and then I write it in the form 3/4 of x minus 2. I label my line. That's what I'll be expecting you to do. You could draw a table, but in these questions I want you to do it without drawing a table, by just drawing a line. Thank you.